It's the busiest week of the year in Illinois high school sports as many Naperville area schools look to win regional and sectional championships along with the boys state track and field finals. Good evening and welcome to another episode of NSW. I'm your host, Joe Kennedy. We start on the diamonds and first with Neuqua Valley Baseball, who took on West Aurora in the regional finals. A cloudy and rainy Friday leads to a sunny Saturday matchup as Neuqua Valley and West Aurora clash after the teams picked up a pair of upsets earlier this week. The 14-seed Blackhawks took down 4-seed Lockport, and the 12-seed Wildcats took out 5-seed Yorkville to set up the regional championship. In the top of the first, it's Zach Thoma at the plate. The third strike is dropped, and it leads to a play at the plate. Wildcats starter Alex Vagley comes to home to tag out the runner in a photo finish. The Wildcats get out of the jam. In the bottom of the first, Neuqua has a runner on, but not for long, as Thoma makes the pickoff at first to get the out. Thoma continues his early success, punching out the Neuqua batter in his first of 8 strikeouts on the day. We're still all square at 0 after the second inning. In the top of the third, Vagley has another batter on the ropes. No swing at the 1-2, and Vagley gets his second strikeout of the inning. He's let up no runs through 3 innings. 2 outs in the bottom of the third, and the pop-up is there for Brady Smith. He stares into the South Naperville sun and snags it to end the inning. It's 0-0 after 3. Mike Langen is up to bat now in the fourth, and his ground ball gets past the West Aurora second baseman to get on first for Neuqua. After Will Zalabak earns a walk, Joe Barkley has a runner in scoring position. He takes advantage with a base hit to right field. Zalabak advances to second as Langen comes around third and slides in without issues to break the deadlock. Neuqua Valley leads 1-0 after 4. On to the fifth, after retiring the first 2 batters of the inning, Vagley gets the DH Emilio Ayala to swing on the breaking ball to go 3 up, 3 down for his 5th strikeout of the game. In the bottom of the 5th, Owen Shannon squares one up to right field to get the Wildcat offense moving again. The next batter is Matt Knapchak, who hits to center field, but a diving grab by Mason Atkins stalls the Wildcats for now. Pinch runner Josh Burstetta got to second base on a wild pitch, and it pays off for Neuqua as Paul Ferret singles. It sends Burstetta home, expanding the Neuqua lead to 2-0 after the 5th. On to the top of the 7th inning now, Vagley walked the first batter, setting up Alicio Lascano, who cranks one to center field, putting runners on the corners with no outs for West Aurora. That's the end of the day for Vagley, who gave up just 4 hits with 5 strikeouts. The replacement is Josh Rettman, who comes in for the save attempt. Things start cooking for West Aurora as Cooper Matheny flies out to left field. Castillo fields it, but UC has the speed to score from third. Now it's 2-1 with only 1 out. Rettman delivers on a 2-0 count, but it's a wild pitch that sends Caden Williams to third base. The next pitch ends up in play as Braden Moore scoops it up and fires it home to Shannon, who gets Williams out at the plate. It prevents the tying run from scoring, and Neuqua's 1 out from the win. Ayala then pops up towards center field. Knapchak calmly sits under it and makes the play. Neuqua holds on to win 2-1 and take home their 7th regional title in the last 8 seasons. Vagley is the winning pitcher, and Rettman brings home the save. Neuqua will face Downers Grove North in the sectional semifinals on Wednesday afternoon. After inclement weather on Friday, Bennett and St. Francis meet up on a beautiful Saturday in a 3A regional final. Earlier this month, the Red Wings defeated the Spartans 2-1. Bennett is seeking their first regional championship in 3 years. In the top of the first, we have Gino Zagorak on the mound for Bennett, facing Dylan Stahn of St. Francis with a runner on third. He lifts one out to shallow left field, but it's enough for Zachary Meduzia to tag up and score from third base. The Spartans lead 1-0. In the bottom half of the inning, the Spartans' Andrew Mueller is pitching to Joe Coffey with a runner on second. Coffey slices it down the right field line, and that brings around Mark Iozzo from second base. We're all tied at 1. Fast forward to the third inning. Ian Bagacanza is at the plate with a couple of runners aboard. He hits a fly ball to right field, and Charlie Kane snags it, but that allows Meduzia to tag and score from third. The Spartans now have a 3-1 lead, with the Red Wings coming to the plate. Coffey is up again with a couple of Red Wings on. He rips this pitch to the gap, and that sends in both Kane and Pat Patello. Coffey's RBI double ties the game at 3. The Spartans are back at the dish. Cole Armburst sends this ball right between the shortstop and third baseman, and that's enough for James McGrath to slide across home plate. St. Francis reclaims the lead 4-3 in the fourth. Now in the top of the sixth, the Spartans have a runner on with McGrath up to bat. He hits a slow chopper up the middle where Ryan Sabalka scoops it up and steps on second base before throwing the runner out at first for the double play. It's still 4-3 St. Francis. Next up is Armburst at the plate with 2 strikes. Flippo gets him to swing through this pitch for the third strike, and he's pumped up. The Red Wings are up to bat, down just 1 run. Runner on second in the bottom half of the inning, and Charlie Kane is up at the plate facing Brogan Wallace. He takes this pitch into the gap in left center field, allowing Luke Wilds to score the tying run. Red Wings have a runner on with 1 out. Mark Iozzo is up with Peter Soloway on the mound. Iozzo gets a hold of this one as he sends it to deep left center. That will bring Sabalka and Jeremy DeWilkins around to score as Iozzo cruises into second. Red Wings now lead 6-4 heading into the final inning. Lucas Lawler is in to close the show for Bennett. He's got Meduzia at the plate with 2 strikes, and he sends him down looking. The Red Wings are just 1 out from a regional championship. After a pair of 2-out singles, the Spartans have some life. Joey Gaynor hits this ball right back up the middle, and that's enough for Stahn to score from second base. St. Francis has the tying run on third with 2 outs. Luke Swiatek is at the plate with no outs to spare. He sends this pitch down the left field line, and that will bring in Logan Swaney across to tie the game at 6. After he grounds out, the Red Wings will come up to the plate with a chance for a walk-off. Wilds is up, and he has a full count. He displays some good discipline as this pitch just misses the mark. He walks to first, and the bases are loaded. Charlie Kane is up with a chance to end the game. He slashes a line drive up the middle, and Josh Gagora steps on home plate, and this one is all over. The Red Wings win a wild game in walk-off fashion as they storm the field to celebrate. They'll play Burlington Central in the sectional semifinals on Wednesday evening.
Jake Reifenberg said it best. I was amped up, wasn't expecting to come up there in the last. Thought Brandon was going to get it done, but it's all good. Came up there, did the job, and got a team win. We've been down before. We were down in our regional semifinal game actually, 4-3, and just knowing that we can do it at any moment, knowing we can come back at any moment, is a big factor for us.
It's awesome. I mean, Charlie Kane, the most clutch guy in America. My bad. Most clutch guy in America. I mean, he comes out every time, and it was just a team win up and down. We had some struggles, but we always battled back and we won.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of momentum switches. I mean, that was crazy. I'm just happy that we walked away with it. I mean, it's a great group of guys. I love them all. I mean, I'm just so happy about that. I think everyone was just staying calm. I mean, we still at the bottom of the 7th. I trust all our guys, and we got it done.
I think our strength is just staying together, being positive, and having fun. Really just having fun, because it's just a game. That's what it's here for. We're going to keep moving.
It's an 11 a.m. first pitch at Waubonsie Valley High School for the IHSA Regional Final. The 2-seeded Warriors look to win its first regional since 2014 and host the 10th-seeded Hinsdale Central Red Devils. The action picks up quickly. Patrick Connor singles off Ryan Morton down the third baseline. He rounds first, trying to make it to second, but is tagged by Ryan Lucas for the first out. William Cusack follows up with the single for the Red Devils as they get a runner back on the base path. Hinsdale Central's bats stay hot early as Dylan Kassab singles to left field and gets the dugout energized. It would be the Red Devils who strike first as Cusack steals third, but the throw goes too high for Hiroshi Wong and the runner scores. Hinsdale Central leads 1-0. In the bottom half of the inning, Ryan Gustitis on a pass ball reaches home all the way from second as the Warriors tie things up at 1. Wong would ground out to second, but it results in an RBI as Owen Roberts scores for Dub V, and they take the lead 2-1. Ryan Morton retakes the mound in the second and makes quick work with the help of his defense. Warriors lead 2-1. In the bottom of the second, Lucas singles to center field as Noah Palan, the pinch runner, scores, extending the Warriors' lead 3-1. Gustitis would add on in the same inning with a bloop single to left field. Dub V opens a 4-1 lead. Brian Hernandez flies out to Sean Carroll, but on the throw to try and double up the runner on second, it gets to the outfield. Tyler Fasoni comes around to score as the Red Devils trail 4-2. Hinsdale Central would cut the deficit once again as Billy Main provides a single and scores Riley Contreras. With no outs and bases loaded in the top of the 6th inning, Contreras would ground out to Morton. Dub V turns it into a double play, but a runner scores, tying the game at 4. Alex Zach would enter the game for Hinsdale Central on the mound, and with the Warriors having runners in scoring position, get Wong to ground into a double play as the Red Devils keep the game tied up 4. We move to the 7th where Roberts strikes out Kassab looking, ending the half inning with the Warriors bats looking to walk it off. A hit by pitch, a walk, and a successful bunt attempt by Lucas would load the bases for the Warriors with no outs. This brings up Roberts for Dub V, who on a 2-1 count sends one deep to left field. The ball gets down as Connor Barron crosses home plate, and the Waubonsie Valley Warriors win 5-4. It's the program's first regional championship since 2014, and head coach Bryce Acevedo's first since taking over in 2015.
Bennett Academy softball looks to add another sectional appearance as they meet up with Willowbrook in the regional finals. Let's check out how the Red Wings did after the break.
You made a cow.
Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
Bennett Academy softball looks to win a 4th straight regional championship as the 2-seeded Red Wings take on the 7th-seed Willowbrook Warriors. The Wings are in search of the program's first 4A regional title since 2013 and have won 17 of the past 18 games, including an 11-2 win against Hinsdale Central in the semis. Willowbrooks won 9 of the last 10 and beat Oak Lawn to get here. In the top of the 1st, Red Wing pitcher Sophia Rossner gets her day going with her first strikeout. Now in the bottom half of the inning, Sophia Rossner reached on a walk and Grace Babbage singled with 2 outs. Bridget Chapman steps up and smacks one into the left center gap for the 2-run RBI double, with courtesy runners Isabella Iovinello and Olivia Opalak scoring. The next at-bat, Gianna Horsch takes this ball deep into left field and over the fence for the 2-run dinger. Bennett leads 4-0 at the end of the 1st. Sophia Rossner continues to look strong on the mound in the 2nd. After forcing a ground out, she strikes out the final 2 batters in the inning and now looks to provide a spark on offense. After a Nina Passari single and a sac bunt by Angela Horsch, Sophia Rossner is up with 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. She goes first pitch swinging and smashes it over the fence in left. The Red Wings are cruising right now, leading 7-0. Gianna Horsch is at the dish and sends one down the line at third and off the infielder. That scores another run for the Red Wings, and they now have runners on the corners. Elena Rossner is up next, and she sends a high ball into the sun, which the Warrior right fielder cannot catch. That sends home Chapman, and Bennett leads 9-0. Now, with 2 outs in the top of the third, Willowbrook is in search of some life. Lindsey Rugg connects on a fiery line drive into the gap, which scores 1 run. Rugg stays in scoring position. The 2-out rallies continue. Carmen Rowe connects for a liner, which gets past the Red Wing defense. She hustles to third base, and Rugg crosses home to make it a 9-2 game. The hearts of the Willowbrook lineup continues to see the pitches well in this inning. Marley Smers connects for a dribbler, which just sneaks through into the outfield, scoring 1 more run. Bennett still leads 9-3. The Red Wing infield gets in on the defensive action as Chapman fields a tough grounder and throws it to first in time for the out. Sophia Rossner is back at the dish for Bennett, and once again she goes first pitch swinging, and once again it's a home run. This moonshot is the first run of the day without 2 outs as the freshman pitcher leads off the bottom of the 4th with the homer. With the help of her defense, she would be in control on the mound throughout the rest of the game. Rossner picks up her 8th and final strikeout here in the 6th inning as the Red Wings go on to win the regional final 10-3 over Willowbrook. It's the 4th straight regional title for Bennett and the first in 4A since 2013. The Wings will take on Downers Grove North in the sectional semifinals on Wednesday evening.
We live in a safe community, but not a crime-free community. If you see something, say something. Be a Naperville Crime Stopper.
Local news is your lifeline. Let the Daily Herald help you navigate your world with solid reporting, good advice, and a much-needed diversion or two.
Naperville Central is back in the girls soccer sectional final after an upset win over Naperville North. Now standing in front of the Hawks, and their first sectional title since 1995 is Plainfield North. The Tigers are back in the sectional final for only the 2nd time in program history. The Tigers are making a push to strike first. However, the Central defense remains in check with their decisive action, and Lauren Thorne clears it for safety. They are back once again with Caitlin Hazer making moves, but Red Hawk goalie Aaron Hackett denies her shot. Now the Red Hawks want to score, but the Tiger defense steps up with Mackenzie Harriman just kicking it away from Emerson Burke. The Hawks are back, and after a few passes, Becca Ruggiero shoots to the left corner and it goes in for the first goal of the game. It's 1-0 Red Hawks going into the break. Central keeps their aggressiveness going, and Emma Russell runs in and stops the Tiger threat. Corner kick time for the Hawks. A goal is possible, but Brianna Mahoney for Plainfield North dives for the save. Tigers finally get their chance with Greer Isaacson, who sets up Lauren Rugala, and she fires to the top right corner, and this game is tied at 1. With a swift counterattack, the Red Hawks look to regain the lead. Burke kicks to Ruggiero, who takes a daring shot from outside the 15. And it's a goal for Ruggiero. An unbelievable shot gives the Red Hawks the lead back at 2-1. Plainfield North with one final chance, but Hackett continues her dominating game with another save. For the first time since 1995, Naperville Central is your girls soccer sectional champions after a 2-1 win. The Redhawks will face St. Charles North in the Super Sectionals.
We knew that Plainfield North is a really talented team. They're really strong at winning 50-50 balls, so we knew that we had to be stronger with that, and we knew that we had to be focused the entire game, and we had a little bit of a rough start, but I'm glad we came back in the second half.
Bennett Academy Baseball took on Canelands in the regional semis, where second baseman Merrick Sullivan lays out for the catch. It's 8-3 Red Wings in the top of the third as the defense looks to close out the game. A liner is sent up the middle, but Sullivan shows off the athleticism with a diving grab. We have to take another look at the play from the junior. Bennett would beat Canelands 8-5 before knocking off St. Francis in the regional finals. Sectionals in boys and girls lacrosse were held over the weekends. Both the Bennett teams and the Neuqua boys look to advance to the Super Sectionals. Stay tuned for the results.
You made a cow.
Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
Do you want all the most exciting highlights from your student athlete's high school career? Relive all your favorite stories and moments from the past few seasons of Naperville Sports Weekly by purchasing digital downloads. Visit nctv17.org/shop to order today.
It's a battle between the top two seeds in an IHSA girls lacrosse sectional as Bennett Academy takes on Lincoln Way Co-op at Lincoln Way Central. Bennett enters their fourth consecutive sectional finals match after beating the Valley, while Lincoln Way took down Naperville North. The action gets going early on as Tierra Hammock pushes towards the net and finds Claire O'Brien, who gets the Red Wings flying with a shot over the goalie's head to give Bennett the 1-0 edge. A few minutes later, Lincoln Way would respond as Riley Derzwiecki goes behind the net and finds Kaylee Palmer wide open, who puts it through. Lincoln Way is on the board and we're tied at 1. Then off the penalty restart, Palmer strikes again with a quick goal down low, putting Lincoln Way out in front for the first time, up 2-1. However, on the ensuing possession, Bennett comes right back as Madeline Trapp finds Madison Timmons, who scores top shelf to tie the game up again at 2. Now with just seconds left in the first, Peyton O'Neill receives the ball and scores the buzzer beater as the Red Wings shoot back in front, up 3-2. In the second, with Bennett going now in the other direction, the quick passing game results in O'Brien getting the ball and putting it in again over the goalie's head to double Bennett's lead over Lincoln Way, up 4-2. On defense, the Red Wings start to stiffen up. Derzwiecki passes it to Palmer, who tries another quick shot, but Madeline Jensen makes a great save to prevent a Lincoln Way score. Bennett takes the momentum to the offensive side of the ball as Hammock pushes her way up the middle through the defense, then shooting low past the goalie. It extends the Red Wings' lead up to 5-2. Right before the half, however, Lincoln Way strikes back off the restart with Derzwiecki scoring as Bennett leads 5-3 at halftime. In the second half, Bennett's defense stands tall. On the penalty shot, Jensen stops a quick strike from Elise DeFrank. Then a bit later, with Palmer outmaneuvering the defense, she stops another one-on-one attempt to keep Lincoln Way scoreless in the third. Now up 6-3, Hammock races towards the net on a penalty restart and puts it through to make it a 4-goal lead for the Red Wings. Also getting involved is Gigi Korelko, who gets the pass and pushes her way towards the net. She takes the shot as she's hit, but gets it through to give Bennett an 8-3 lead. Then, on the ensuing face-off, Shannon Early puts the Wings in overdrive as she wins it and races down the other way. She scores to give the Red Wings a 6-goal advantage. The second half onslaught continues for Bennett as Korelko gets the quick pass from Simmons to put it in. Bennett reaches double digits, now up 10-4. Then, to put the game out of reach, Early once again outraces everyone to the other side, and with 3 Lincoln Way defenders around her, she still gets it in for another goal. Both teams would exchange more goals later, but Bennett wins the sectional title with a 13-5 victory over Lincoln Way Co-op. Bennett advances to the Super Sectionals for the 3rd time in the past 4 years, as they'll play Lockport in the Super Sectionals on Tuesday evening.
Fresh off a 17-6 victory over rival Naperville North, 3-seed Neuqua Valley is back in action against the top-seeded Huntley Red Raiders in the sectional finals. The Wildcats are seeking their first sectional championship since 2022 when they finished 4th in state. Just 20 seconds into play, Jonah Frank bursts through the defense and goes top right corner for the no-look goal. He gets the Wildcats going early on. After a few scores, Neuqua has a 2-1 lead. Nico Andrews gives it up to Bobby Pupich, and his shot is nothing but net. That one ties the game up at 2 with 1:30 left in the first quarter. On to the second quarter, Kerry George is circling the perimeter. He finds Brady Elliott right in front of the net, and he converts from point-blank range. Later in the quarter, George has possession again. This time he speeds around his defender and wins the one-on-one battle with the goalie for another score. His second goal of the night gives the Wildcats a 5-2 lead with 7 minutes left in the half. On the other end of the field, Cameron Abordo takes a shot on goal, but Owen Barth is there to deflect it away. Some solid goalkeeping holds the Red Raiders offense in check. Neuqua Valley goes into halftime with a 6-2 lead. Following a lengthy weather delay, the teams take the field nearly 4 hours after the original start time. Jonah Frank picks up where he left off and puts another one into the back of the net. The Wildcats extend their lead to 9-3 with less than 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Huntley is back in possession. They swing the ball to Cole Coopersmet, and he makes a quick move to get the edge and then unleashes a bouncing ball that finds its way into the net. With that, the lead is cut to 10-6 with 3 minutes left in the third. Shortly after, it's Frank on the attack again. He approaches from behind the nets, circles towards the middle, and shoots one through the Huntley defense. His 8th goal of the night gives Neuqua Valley an 11-5 advantage in the late stages of the third. In the fourth quarter, the Wildcats swing the ball around until Benjamin Stefanski steps forward and unloads a missile into the back of the net. That one makes it a 14-5 lead early in the fourth. The Wildcats hold on to win 16-7 for the sectional championship. They'll play Libertyville in the Super Sectionals on Tuesday evening. Our girls' play of the week comes from Becca Ruggiero of Naperville Central Soccer, who scored the brace in the IHSA sectional finals. First, the Red Hawks show off the tiki-taka, moving the ball around fast, which gets Ruggiero open, running in towards the box. The junior connects for the right-footed shot, and it goes right into the bottom corner. They would lead 1-0 at half. The game's now tied at 1, but Ruggiero gets the ball from outside the box and has a crack at net. She gets it around the keeper for the long-distance strike, and the brace helps give Naperville Central the 2-1 win. It's the program's first sectional title since 1995. That closes out tonight's show, but make sure to come back next week for more postseason coverage and our final episode before the end of the year award show on June 9th. You can find all our past highlights, feature stories, and community sports on nctv17.org and our NCTV17 Sports YouTube channel. You can also find us on social media at NCTV17 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For Naperville Sports Weekly, I'm Joe Kennedy.